Hey crafty friends, it's Joy here for Tailored Expressions, and I am super excited to be doing some foiling on a couple of cards for you today, and I will also have a little bonus card at the end. I am going to be using the Foil It Timeless Greetings, then the Foil It Minimalist Garden, and these are beautiful. So let me open this up and show you what these images look like, and you get two of each. Some of these are upside down, I apologize. I love those leaves. I think they're so beautiful. And then we have some flowers, and these can be foiled, which I think is fabulous because again, I love foiling. And then look at this great flower, and then you have this set of leaves. So we're going to be using a few of these for our cards today. Then there is the Timeless Greetings coordinating dies to the sentiments, and then we're going to be using Poly-Glaze foiling sheets and the Dreamy Lilac Fun Foil. So I have my Minc machine on. I'm having it set to 5. I'm going to trim that beautiful foil for our first card here. So I'm making 2 cards, and I will show you a third one that I did off camera, but we're going to foil this. This is going to be card number 1, but we want to keep the negative foil because we're going to be using that to create card number 2. So I'm running this through my Minc machine. I let it cool down, and then I'm going to gently peel back the foil, and I'm going to keep that negative foil sheet. But look at how pretty that is. Then I'm going to take one of those foiling sheets, the Poly-Glaze foiling sheets, and it's white. I trimmed down my foil a little bit, and I'm trimming down my Poly-Glaze sheet. I have the foil on the shiny side, and I'm going to place this in my carrier sheet and then run this through. On number 5, it needs to be nice and hot for this to work really, really well. I am going to let that cool down just for a second, and I'm carefully taking out the carrier sheet, but look at how gorgeous that is. And I will trim all of the edges up a little bit later. Then I have the Foil It Timeless Greetings with the Gold Shimmer Fun Foil, and I ran that through my Minc machine. This is going to give some of my sentiments, but I'm also going to use the negative of this as well. So we have these gorgeous sentiments. I'm going to trim up my negative sheet there and place it on top of my other white Poly-Glaze foiling sheet, place that in my carrier sheet, and then run that through the Minc machine again. And then we have this for our sentiments as well. I'm going to use the coordinating dies. I'm going to die cut out 3 sentiments, trying not to have my tape touching the foil on the sentiment itself because I don't want to accidentally pull that up if that is possible. I ran that through the die cut machine, and then I'm going to take a smaller size of the Petite Scallop rectangle Stacklets and die cut out this centerpiece. I'm going to keep the outside frame and the centerpiece for this card because I love to have like the inner part of your card pop up. Then I'm going to take the largest of the Petite Scallop rectangle Stacklets and die cut from a piece of Toffee Cardstock. I'm going to use that as my neutral cardstock for my cards today because I think against that purple it's so pretty. Then I have another A2 piece of the Toffee Cardstock that I'm going to adhere this frame to. I have foam sticky strips on the back of that centerpiece that we die cut out using the Scallop rectangle Stacklets, and I'm going to place that right in the center. And then foam adhesive on the sentiment. So I'm going to use the sentiment that used the negative space, and that says, "You're in my prayers." This card I am going to add right to that center part of the scallop that we use to die cut from the Toffee Cardstock. And then I am using the Birthday Wishes sentiment, and that one is in just the regular foil, not the negative. So you can see the contrast here and how beautiful both of them are. And I did them in 2 different designs, but I love this. And then there's no waste with your foil, which I think is really fantastic. I am going to add these gold drip drops to both of my cards, and then I'm going to show you the third card that I did off camera, just because I thought it was fun and just a little something extra. So this card here, I foiled everything normal. I used the scalloped dies and die cut the different sizes and adhered them to this Toffee cardstock. And then I have the Hello Sentiment from the Foil It Timeless Greetings. And what a fun little easy card to do. I think this one turned out so fun and so pretty. Then we have the other two. This is the one that's just you foil it like normal, but the sentiment is the negative spaced sentiment or foiled sentiment, which I think is really pretty. And then our final card is the one that we use the negative background and the Poly-Glaze foil it sheet with the normal foiled sentiment. So you could really make a ton of cards doing it this way, and it really is super fast and super easy. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope you feel inspired by these. You can find all of these products at the Tailored Expressions web store at tailoredexpressions.com.